Welcome back. We are on phase 5 of Journey into Power. It's called equanimity. Equanimity is all about balance postures. And balance postures are a really important part of the practice. It takes a lot of focus and determination to hold these poses. And a lot of times our bodies are uneven. I know especially mine. I'm a lot stronger at balance postures on the left side than the right. It's not something to judge, just something to notice and always work to improve. Today, we are going to go through a series of balance postures, and the key to success is going to be focusing on your breath and your drishti. Your drishti is your focal point, where you look. I will give you some cues throughout the practice, suggesting some great places to look as you try these balance postures. But if you find any of them easy, you can always challenge yourself by closing your eyes. Closing your eyes brings a whole new challenge to the practice. And just know that what you do maybe tomorrow is going to look very different than today, just like it looked very different yesterday if you did the practice. So try and be kind to yourself and also open to possibility and what you possibly could do in these balance postures. We're going to get started, but if you haven't done any warm-up, make sure you start with some sun salutations, maybe a few sun A's and a few sun B's, just to get your body warm and prepared to do this equanimity phase of balance postures. If you're all warmed up and you're ready to go, let's get started. We're going to start in that mountain pose that we've started in before. Take a look at your feet. Make sure they're shoulder width apart. Look at your 10 toes. Lift them up off the mat. And then gently place all 10 toes back on the mat. Start to lean forward and feel the balls of your feet in those 10 toes. And then rock backwards, lifting those toes again, feeling the heels. Bring the toes back and start to shift a little right and left, just noticing all the corners of your feet. Now, become stable, still. Feel all 4 corners of your feet planted into the ground. Next, I invite you to lift your arches of your feet slightly, pulling your inner ankles back. Feel the difference in how that feels against the ground. And then take your outer shins and ankles and press down. Notice that connection to the earth. Have a micro bend into your knees. Pull your belly up and in. Pull your hands forward so the palms are facing to the front. Let's take our shoulders up towards our ears and then down and back behind us in a good posture position. Lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, keeping your chin parallel to the floor. And if you're comfortable, take a moment to close your eyes, feeling the stability and strength in this pose. This is true north posture. And everything we do, the goal is to remain in this true north posture. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Open your eyes. Let's get started with equanimity. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to start with eagle pose. Press most of your weight into that left foot. Then take all the weight into the left foot, lifting your right leg up to the sky. Knee is bent in a 90-degree angle. Eagle is wrapping the right leg around the left. I'm going to show you from the side. There's 2 ways to wrap. This is a single wrap. This is a double wrap. Not everybody can do that. Another modification, which I like to do, is to put my big toe down on the ground for a little bit of teeny bit of support. So you can always do that. Let's wrap that leg in whatever way is comfortable for you and then bring your arms into goalposts. Take the right arm under the left and see if you can grab your shoulder blades behind you, lifting the elbows to chin height. Keep the elbows there, See if you can bring your palms to touch into eagle pose. Now, tuck your tailbone in, pull the belly in, squeeze everything to your midline. See if you can sink a little lower. Take your gaze above your fingertips, keeping those elbows lift, forearms pulled away from your body. Breathe in and out your nose for 3 more breaths, holding eagle pose. Great work. After that breath, bring the feet down, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do the other side. Left knee lifts, foot flexed. You're going to wrap that leg around, single, double, or supported. I'm going to show you supported. Arms go into goalposts. From goalposts, the left arm goes under the right, maybe squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting the elbows to chin height. Palms will come together if they're accessible, spreading the fingers wide. Sit, I'm going to turn to the side. See if you can sit your hips lower, bring your back towards the back wall. See that your elbows are lifted towards your chin height and pull the forearms away from the body. Pulling the belly in, squeezing towards the midline. Take your gaze up. Good. Now hold this with your Ujjayi breath in and out your nose. 2 more breaths. And then release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do that again on each side. You have an opportunity to expand on that. And if it's easy, feel free to close your eyes, making a whole new challenge. Here we go. Right knee up, wrap. Goalposts, right under left, maybe squeeze, lifting the elbows, palms touch. Squeeze everything midline, take your gaze up to the sky. See how far you can take that gaze. Breathe in and out your nose. And then release, reach up, maybe back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Left side, doing good work. Lift that left knee, wrap it around the right leg. Sit low. Goalpost, left under right, palms together. Lift those elbows, pull the forearms away. Take your gaze up. Breathe in and out your nose. Maybe even try closing your eyes. If you fall out, come back in. 1 more breath. When you're ready, release. Reach up and hands to heart. Great work on eagle. We're going to progress to single leg extension. Reach the arms up to the sky with relaxed shoulders. Lift your right knee up with a bent leg. Flex your toes. Release that foot out in front of you, toes to the ceiling. Inhale, lift a little higher, hips straight ahead. Look towards the ceiling where the wall and the ceiling meet. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, airplane. You're going to take your palms down and fingertips back. I'm going to turn to the side. See if you can get your back leg straight, heel pressing to the back wall, toes pointed down. You have a micro bend in that left knee. Palms are facing down. See if you can squeeze your shoulder blades together by bringing your pinkies a little bit closer together. Hold. This is airplane. Squeeze your right glute. Hands to heart center. Start to bend that knee. And if you need to put something down to help you bring the floor up a little higher, you can use blocks, books, a big pillow, cushion, whatever you have. This is standing splits. Let the head be heavy. Pull the forehead in towards the shin. Maybe even grab your ankle with your right hand, keeping your left hand down, pulling your forehead in further, lifting that right leg, squeezing that right glute. If this is comfortable for you, maybe letting go of that left hand and grabbing your ankle. Not as easy for me, maybe for you. Even if it's just a second. If you fall out, come back in. Beautiful work. Now, from here, keep the left hand down. You're going to bring your right hand to your right hip pointer. Press your hip towards the back, opening up your hip. And we're going to take this into a half moon. My fingertips are either on the ground, a book, a block, mattress, whatever. Lift that right leg up. Flex the toes. So you're kicking the right heel towards the back wall. Now, full expression. Open your heart towards the sky. See if you can look up to those right spread fingers into the sky. Maybe lifting up off that ground or block with your left fingers. Now you can see I'm utilizing the wall. That's a good way to do it too. Hold, hold, hold. If you want full expression and you want to stretch, you can grab that right ankle if it's accessible. It's not always accessible for me. Sometimes I need a block to do that. And maybe open it up. Release. Now come back to that standing split. I know your thigh's on fire, mine is. If you walk your hands in, I want you to straighten that back leg so it's parallel to the floor, toes down. Your hips are square to the mat. Now keep your right hand down, lift your left arm up for a twisting half moon. See if you can open that left shoulder up towards the back wall. Squeeze your right glutes. Get that right leg up. And hand comes down. Standing splits. Bring those feet down. Separate them shoulder width apart. Maybe ragdoll for a moment. Feeling that stretch. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, reset. That was an intense balance series. So take a moment with a breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to do that on the left side. I'm going to do it from the side view. I think it's a little bit easier to see. Let's bring that left knee up, hands to the ceiling, and I use the wall because my right side is weaker than my left. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, airplane. Send that leg back, toes pointed down. Your leg in the back is parallel, hopefully, to the floor, but your chest is not. There's an uplift in your chest, like a little baby cobra. Palms are facing down. Pinky fingers maybe coming a little closer together. Take your gaze out in front of your mat. Challenge yourself. See if you can kick that left heel to the back wall. There's a micro bend in that right knee. Hands to heart center. Slowly come down to the floor. And I'm going to show you what a block looks like. All right, from here, you can use that block. It brings it up to you, and there's 3 levels to it if you have it. And it can help you come up off the ground a little bit higher. So feel free to use that. Notice that my hips are squared and my left toe is pointing down, the left toes. And I'm squeezing that left glute. Maybe grabbing my right ankle with my left hand. Maybe grabbing both. May not be accessible to me, but it might be accessible to you. Let the head be heavy. Feel that strength and that stretch. Beautiful. Bring the hands off the ankle if they're on it. Put your right hand by your right foot. Bring your left hand towards your left hip pointer and press it back. Opening it up, setting up for balancing half moon. If you want to use a block or whatever support you have, put it on the outside of that right foot and then lift that left arm up. Yes, flex those left toes, spread those fingers. Try not to grip the ground or the block. Be gentle. Try easy. And then open up, pulling that left shoulder back, looking up to your left fingertips. Maybe even letting go of the block or the ground, even if it's just for a moment. Feel that power. And then exhale the left hand down, back to the standing split. Just for a moment, square up your hips towards the ground, point your left toes down. Maybe put that block on the inside of the left foot. And then revolve a half moon by taking the right hand up. Left heel goes way back. Squeeze that left glute. Gentle touch on the block or floor. Hold, hold. And then come back to the standing split and release. Maybe going back to that ragdoll for a moment. Maybe just bumping the hips side to side. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Maybe back bend and hands to heart center. Great work. We are going to move to dancers. Dancer pose is one of my favorite poses. And I'm going to demonstrate this against the wall to give you guys the best way to really access the dancer pose the best way possible. So I'm going to show you both ways, but we'll start with against the wall. Take your left hand to the wall, a little bend into that left arm to give yourself some room. Taking your right hand out, grab the inner side, the near side of your right ankle. Pull your knee so it's pointed down. Next phase is you're going to kick that foot up and back into your hand, walking your hand up the wall. Keeping your knee midline. Look up. Kick, kick, kick. And then release. I'm going to show you from the basic position. We'll start facing front. Remember, it's opposite on the camera. Right hand comes out. My right thumb starts at my heart. Bend your right knee. Grab your inside of your ankle and then point your knee down. This is a starting point for dancers. As I kick my foot back into my right hand, I'm going to reach forward with my left. Kicking and reaching. My drishti goes up towards the ceiling and beyond. And then hold that. If you fall out, come back in. Maybe for 2 more breaths. And slowly come back, meeting me in mountain pose. Let's do the left side. I'll show the wall again. This time the right hand's on the wall. Left hand comes out like you're holding a tray. Grab the inside of your left ankle. Pull your knee down so it points to the ground. Kick your left ankle into your hand. Look up the wall and walk your hand up the wall, pushing the wall as you kick your left foot into your left hand. Micro bend in your right knee. And slowly come out. We're going to do that again, maybe not against the wall if you want. I'll show you from a front position. Left hand goes out. Right hand to the heart. Grab the inside of the left ankle, point the left knee down. When you're solid, ready to go, reach the right arm forward, kick the left ankle into the left hand, reach up, look up, kick. If you fall out like me, come back in. A few more breaths. Kick, 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 look up, and then come out. Mountain pose. Great job on dancer. It's not an easy pose. We're going to move to the last balance posture of the equanimity phase, which is tree pose, one of my favorites. And we're going to do this twice on each side. There are 3 levels. The easiest, once you try it with me, the right ball of the foot is down on the ground. The right heel is on the shin. Press your knee so the right knee is pointed to the right side wall. Pull the belly in. And you can put your arms wherever you want. Out, up. You can interlace. Whatever feels good. You can do opposite grip, anything that feels good to you. All right, start there. Maybe even hands to heart center. That's phase one. Let's try phase two. Place your foot, the sole of your foot, right below your knee. Again, pull the belly in, getting taller. Put your hands wherever it feels good. Now, if this is too easy, you can always try and close your eyes and see what that does for your balance. It's great for training your proprioception, your body awareness in space. All right, let's come out of that. And if that's easy, we're going to try the third version. And if this is too much, just go to one of the previous ones, but above your knee. So you might have to grab your ankle and place it there. Press your knee back so you're opened up. Hips are straight forward. And place your hands wherever you want to go. This time, we're going to take this a little higher. So wherever you start, doesn't matter. Work your fingertips up to the sky. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Hold. Press your hips forward. See if you can get a little back bend. Maybe even looking towards the back wall. Breathe in and out your nose. And when you're ready, slowly come out. Mountain pose. Great work. Let's try the left side. This is it. And you can start wherever it feels good in your body, but maybe try, because I know my right side is very different from my left. Maybe starting here. And even though this seems like an easy pose, try it and close the eyes. Check out what that does to the challenge of a seemingly easy pose. And if your eyes are closed, open them. Maybe try step two, which is below the knee. Maybe moving the hands somewhere else. That's still easy. Maybe closing your eyes. Next phase, whether you stay where you are or bring it up a level, do your best to raise your arms to the ceiling, taking your drishti or your focal point up to the ceiling or sky. Press your hips forward and take your gaze even further up and maybe even back. See where you can take it, fullest expression, and then come out. Great work. Bring your hands to heart center. Take your feet shoulder width apart. I invite you to close your eyes for just a moment. Acknowledge your hard work and acknowledge your success. And also acknowledge anything that you might consider a failure, because it's our failures that teach us the best lessons in life. We need to acknowledge and respect that as well. But just be okay with where you are right here, right now. And know that you are perfectly imperfect, just as you are. Take a deep breath in and open your mouth. Let it all go. Open your eyes. Thanks for taking this journey with me. I really appreciate your work, your effort, and I look forward to the next video, which is grounding. It's going to be standing postures. So hopefully come join me in our next video. Namaste.